If you don't have a plan, you will never have anything.
There are so many ways of cutting down cost when it comes to weddings.
I was not a felt there. I afraid now we could not talk because he didn't spend so much
Within the premarital medical exam now, it must end up at the doctor's table. For us women, we take sex to be commitment and love.
Some women are naturally very, very dry and tight. So those people, or they in a bonkomo, or they sonaha, by 30 minutes 45, and sun penetrating.
A man sees sex as fun.
Or they are to the extent and answer back a day.
Uber fornicating now on a bear money in our cop one some gym. So was he cut down one, pass up bear money like a crow, so find your way in our home.
Hey, I'm 25 years, I'm holding a PhD. You are fortunate. But we are looking at somebody on August secondary school. None of this person we can say has achieved much than you.
You are what you eat. A being ponezi that junky food now. Your libido will come down. You don't eat sweet things with your mouth when your clitoris is raised.
When your spouse does not deserve your love because your spouse or you're unfaithful, but you choose to love this man, this is what is marriage.
Wonderful woman.
If you don't have a plan, you will never have anything.
There are so many ways of cutting down cost when it comes to weddings.
I was not a felt there. I afraid now we could not talk because he didn't spend so much.
Within the premarital medical exam now, it must end up at the doctor's table. For us women, we take sex to be commitment and love.
Some women are naturally very, very dry and tight. So those people, or they in a bonkomo, or they sonaha, by 30 minutes 45, and sun penetrating.
A man sees sex as fun.
Or they are to the extent and answer back a day.
Uber fornicating now on a bear money in our cop one some gym. So was he cut down one, pass up bear money like a crow, so find your way in our home.
Hey, I'm 25 years, I'm holding a PhD. You are fortunate. But we are looking at somebody on August secondary school. None of this person we can say has achieved much than you.
You are what you eat. A being ponezi that junky food now. Your libido will come down. You don't eat sweet things with your mouth when your clitoris is raised.
When your spouse does not deserve your love because your spouse or you're unfaithful, but you choose to love this man, this is what is marriage.
Wonderful woman. Beautiful woman.
Ebusiafo ene numere so ye mamu akwa batronko pa eba shi dwumedie no so yenim se mo afi it's been like 2-3 weeks near ye buy korokoro ni nti mo bompa na korokoro na nko korokoro nti o se ye streamline ye programs na de kakra nti shi for ye ko holiday because of the coronavirus but nyame adum ya san aba empire ne ye bo se enche bia nyama be okay na ye bibia atoso kama and then so I share as usual they make say your topics in there very educative very interesting na na papa ba ko e wo ye studio ha papa penyim pa counselor ba ko pe oni e eba betwetwe nkomo afa mistakes in relationship nti do a nyama e wo say ye boss no ana nyama e wo say ye sua no ye be yiye no ba ko e de aba na afide ya hwe adesua e wo mu nyama 1 or 2 bia wo say ye picking ye de boy Brian all our relationships nti enu ntina na ye hye mu wa ha nti ye sanso e ma mo akwa aba na ya kan esa no de bia yetena se ya de na se kese ma ya boafo and then mo hwe me look na a different look na me kwa ni afro way ni nyina Gem Beauty Care Adaroma in the Gem Beauty Care o se o hwe me afro wig na wa ya me different makeup and I edit here na se kese Emma Gem Beauty Care for your makeup and your hairdo. We here for engagement for you our anniversary any event at all. Now be say some we name kakra makeup na you can call them on 02077921001 02077921001 and then so as usual you so below AC table no so nyina we owe it to Fortune Juices anti-fosty Adaroma obetumi afro say we here for any local event biana you can call them on 0244508818 0244508818 we here local drinks for any local setting for any event you can just call on them in Rabakwa too almost de bia almost share Emma ye entire dia ye de betina set no so very simple yet very elegant. We here so for any attire to be sewn for you for any occasion a wedding or a anniversary a party into maybe a wobia just send it to in rubber quarter almost on the channel design kama e dia ma be bia wobia mo de be sendo ama wonsa aka obe here obe from on 0209930465 0209930465 yam pese ye be waste time cry ya kan is an be say you try ho ye ba ya dem komo no e be hihye so ha wow
If you don't have a plan, you will never have anything.
There are so many ways of cutting down cost when it comes to weddings.
I was not felt there. I free now we could not talk because he didn't spend so much
Within the premarital some medical exam na it must end up at the doctor's table. For us women, we take sex to be commitment and love.
Some women are naturally very, very dry and tight. So those people, or they in a bonkomo, or they son high, by 30 minutes 45, and son penetrating.
A man sees sex as fun.
Or they are to the extent and answer back a day.
Uber fornicating now on the bear money in our cop one some gym. So was he cut down one, pass up bear money like a crow, so find your wedding, and now
I be mocha, I'm 25 years, I'm holding a PhD. You are fortunate. But we are looking at somebody on August secondary school. None wash no one. This person we can say has achieved much than you.
You are what you eat. A being ponezi that junky food now. Your libido will come down. You don't eat sweet things with your mouth when your clitoris is raised.
When your spouse does not deserve your love because your spouse or you're unfaithful, but you choose to love this man, this is what is marriage.
Wonderful woman.
So mama kwaba biom eba in the numeracy jumedi so senya me kan and the discussion also is another interesting one. Over the period we've been talking about love, relationships and all that. Still was our trend new and then the topic near say kasafa mistakes be our relationship. The relationship is not limited to be a boyfriend, girlfriend and fiancé and but I mean all are included, including the couple mama worried that. And so into mistakes in relationship ye be introduce your papa na fe de ye ne no atwetwe nkomo no e do baby so as usual ye be phone line so our question be our suggestion be na wo de atoja say bibi ni na person nya fence mwa ye efa ho ye papa wa ha beboa na we nya saa enti ase no enti without wasting time your papa Mr. Samuel Eduama ewa ha sorry my own no ankasa an introduction because that's a start here mistakes rather than Mr. Samuel Eduama. He's the general manager of Ridge Royal Hotel Ewo Cape Coast Central Region, and he's here to help us to talk about the mistakes in relationship. He's also a renowned counselor. and so. And now he's been married for so many years with 3 children. See, without wasting much time, I would want to say welcome to the She Show.
Thank you very much. Samuel Obri Eduyama.
Samuel Obri Eduyama.
Eduyama.
Okay. Daddy, you are welcome.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And then, person know what you a fair relationship, and to be precise, want to know certain mistakes in relationships. And see, without wasting time, I want us to first talk about mistakes. You can't mistake Krana. What is mistake? What is the word about? How do we understand the word mistake?
Mistake, and it's straightforward. They say, yes, a mistake.
Okay.
But let's look at relationship.
Okay.
What is a relationship? In that kind of relationship, but relationship is everything in life. You told me a relationship with you spoke about your hair. You have a relationship with the person now, or your company now, or your makeup now. You have a relationship, and that relationship has a goal. It's a relationship. In the say out here, Ujetum say your mouth open. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, honestly, no come out on your more TV, so them say your mouth.
Why a good job?
And it's a good job. So let's look at relationship in terms of that. Say 2 people, 2 groups, 2 entities, 2 or more. Yet I say you be in a certain way. They are not a relationship. If you say mistakes, let's just say 1. Until once in every and until Mrs. Sabia, my year and my year, or 2. Yen decided to run every near a sequence of record.
Yeah.
So, the first mistake is, do we agree? Use Babu quotation back up. Amos 3:3. Can we go together if we don't agree? There are different versions, but my paraphrase. So 2 can only go together if they can agree.
Not just in a relationship, they are what shares, not necessarily boy and girl pair, but we are only one kita who is a relationship. It's not just say if we agree to do something, now it's a mistake.
Mistakes, and now we have not agreed to I don't remember boy and girl relationship. Because I'm boy and girl and male female we start a relationship. There should be certain things that all of us agree say but most of the time we don't agree. Obia funny plan. So me say na me nim senia Obia no beruma suban eti. Nti e wo team. Me partner no so wo team. Ni sequence no ereko. Obia kranaju ni. Ni nyina eko. Eko kunto kwa wia. Nefini akohwe obi say what is happening to us. It is like a mistakes are number 1 the communication.
And only idea come out with some of the mistakes that
Number 1 the communication. Does my partner, whether in work, whether in school, whether in lectures, whether does he understand where we are going? Do I know what? Have I communicated properly to the other partner? Has the other partner communicated properly? If we all know, when we have challenges, they're easy. The communication is number 1. So we can break the communication down and then we'll look at it from that angle.
Okay, but you're breaking it down.
Breaking it down, my family plan. Now, with that, there's a conflict because we'll be a chronic plan. 2 different people, very unique. Obia nimnia ope. Me sure say we call Isal one way and never with you. But he was able to convince you to accept. And I hope by you know energy. Because I have announced energy. So it's the communication that made it possible. You called me, say I'm running a discussion. If I didn't agree, or and me person make about relationship, na person make can be before. If some question I answer with that to baby. Ever heard na?
Yes,
one co break na.
Yes, she says.
Yes, we
have.
The two guys will walk break. We'll say break night because we still don't agree. So the most important thing is we should let the other person know what you want and also be open enough to agree. And so between me maybe to no accept the other person. Now the other person is to be maybe to no accept. Then it becomes easier to move. So communication is one, and in the communication we should be very open.
Very open. Actually, so people can still communicate, but if they are not open with each other, still the mistakes will be
yes, communication. You know, can be I guess American. Now also what can be but that will be now big be no say me Neamakan or baby. Neamati or baby. So we can move this conversation to another mistake of Mia Obi Akatremi. So third persons can be another mistake in relationships.
Third persons can be mistakes in relationships.
Yes.
Punchline.
Third persons. And the third persons can be anything. It can be mother, father. The most dangerous ones are friends.
And if I'm understanding what you're saying, that means you don't even encourage that in a relationship of like two people, there should be a third person.
I say can be.
Can be. Okay,
it can be. If the third person tells you something and you are open enough to discuss and the other person understands, it will be a plus. Because the third person is adding
value.
Yes. Because you see, the relationship you have with one, I can have a relationship with a lot of people. I have a relationship with you today that we are talking. I have a relationship with maybe somebody who will send a message. You may discuss. So the third person can be maybe on a group with him. And what can ask someone sharing one man advice. So it has a different relationship. But when it comes to the personal relationship, the one you want us to discuss about boy, girl, or yele okun, fie, as a ma and parents, and no there. If a third person speaks, the inner circles also have to communicate. Then it becomes a positive. But what can now they show? Now can say, oh, there be a Milo and your fans are more than that. To buy for now, also go Milo and super paper coffee. My communication and the third people can be positive and can be negative.
Okay. And see, moving on, I want to know, is it okay to make mistakes in relationship? Is it a normal phenomenon?
Is it okay? It will come.
I mean, naturally.
It will come. Because nipa. It will be crowded with feet. I also work on some kind. I was watching the park and I said, so and I nipa yes, a son so. Well, until be a ne, I don't like this one. There be a manage you by name in pet. I need to communicate it. So it's not like a normal thing. There.
So can there be a relationship where there are no mistakes? Because I mean, if the two parties are careful or the two groups are careful,
they are not honest to themselves.
Okay. So if you look at true honesty, then that means there will be mistakes.
Yes, it's part of the system, and it's part of growing. It's part of learning. It's part of so. Ocean go for what na chen. They've made the mistakes. What I say, and you're intentional. And back on and share that's all. But enjoy it's easy for you to forgive because when you so and share that. No, you're now so kind, no so miracle. Then they do and then they move on. So it's something that is part of it.
I'm sure someone will be enjoying this part because if you feels that in every relationship with other people around her, probably there's always a case. Maybe I same people want it, but maybe she's feeling bad. What at all is with me? Maybe I could be there are issues and all that. And probably you have to make the person understand. Say it is very normal. Say when you go for a one kita when there will be mistakes.
But say baby, so go on the baby over go be on as well.
And then there's all.
But normally, no, there will be mistakes. And if you have a relationship, that's a be a mistake. I think my partner also should also be able to find a way of also communicating for me to get it. So because a dual exchange. Into so to me who say, my son is to say what is happening. And then you know, the longer the relationship, the better the understanding. The better they are quickly changing that a third person will think that they don't have a problem. So you can see certain people and everybody outside will think they don't have a problem. But walk behind the doors are
there's a huge problem.
Yes. They resolve it quickly. Obi bo pon paper no bia ba no bia so obi an akoto.
Okay, so that means it's really normal.
It's
like
normal.
You are saying, mistakes are normal. Okay. In a relationship, to say with discussion on relationship kakri, not just say we are not really limiting it to just if we are opposite sexes. But
so what say
no,
we
but
can look at it.
we
are looking at general relationship. Then the same general relationship can be translated into the opposite sexes. Okay. Normally, you can have somebody who has a very good relationship in the office.
Okay.
He has a good relationship in church, but he hasn't got a good relationship in the home. Because he's not looking at the principles as the same.
Okay.
To say now, Kotokuraba na say Makola and Akajitia. Obitia on answer then away. Workers is sorry. On what ya workers is sorry. But who fee now we and our partner. If you tell cry for the fun of it. No can create but why shiny as well back now I was the Kakofas for forever. So because we don't translate relationship the way it is to the boy-girl relationship, and normally there are a lot of problems about it. Because if you translate it,
we could translate it so
and it should be even more home so that you can practice it outside. But we practice it outside. Now I do feel there. Now assistant.
And so I want to ask another question, but with the relationship, you ensure the general relationship with people at the workplace, church, everywhere in general. Then we'll look at the opposite sex as well. They tell me some of the mistakes that we make in relationships. So, in a relationship with a friend, a colleague at the office, a church member, what are some of the things that can happen? Who say we mistake, and certain things we shouldn't do, ever causing mistakes in such a relationship, and then the boy girlfriend
in a relationship of the general of the outside, it's not a relationship that is lasting.
Okay.
I have a relationship with you because I'm working with you, and it's for 8 hours.
Sure.
So I have to be very careful. I don't
Step your boundaries.
and over give you information.
Okay.
I don't need to give you all my information, including my private ones. We should stay within the professional levels. Church levels, we stay within church levels. Yes. But when we come to the boy-girl relationship where you want to live ever after, then the information gathered, the information shared should be more. It should be more. But interestingly, how can you share information?
So it's another question I want to ask, because we feel say boyfriend, girlfriend, I have to be extremely careful because this is somebody I want to stay with. This is somebody I don't want to lose. And see, when you're becoming your own. And also another question maybe say some of those things that we do, do they bring mistakes in there? Do they cause mistakes in such relationships?
You see, at the She conference, remember that we had some discussions.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nowadays we pair before we even start talking. Obi who will be chichi, I say already it will be the sugar in my cocoa.
Water in my bread.
No, I can't say now for you. I say me see the minya no na me worry. So we scale to lock the person up, both sexes. Miracle no to be a more to lock the person up. So we don't have the chance to communicate very well before we start the boy-girl relationship. Because there should be a social relationship before we grow up to be the boy-girl relationship. So in a social relationship, we are talking about information about myself. Like everybody else been introducing me. At a lot of functions, the person is introducing himself. I'm married, I have 3 children. I work at Ridge Royal. I'm talking about myself. So somebody else will hear. Somebody else will hear. So people can say, oh, so you know Ridge Royal there. Then meaning bit mark and down once and I mean bit mark and down once and I mean bit mark and Juma once. It's a kind of relationship. But people a social relationship before we lock ourselves up. That is where I have to hide things from you. Because if I was open to you when there was no connection, said that and you still like me, then it's not a problem. But then I'm hiding a lot of things. I don't want you to know, because if you get to know, you won't like me anymore. And one day I get to know, when we are already married, what is going to happen?
Chaos.
We bet you paper now wine. Yeah, we say 5 o'clock I'll prepare. And then I'm going to go for blue kiosk. Blue kiosk. I do feel that I find the annual bar near because we want to. But why shouldn't you going to the blue kiosk and the bars and
also generate
another relationship? So say relationship with a baby. A baby generate another relationship, and that relationship will be a very open relationship that they can communicate. Yes, and baby our lucky communication. Now you are losing that side. I wanted to look at it in that aspect. You say every penny say every can but in general,
sure.
Because one should need a relationship clicks differently at different times and it keeps on clicking. But what kind of relationship are you creating? Are some of the mistakes in the boy-girl relationship pushing the partner away? If it is the mistake of pushing the partner away, men can't tell. Men over to qual, it's a say when not my moody. All those things will push the relationship apart. And if you are not careful, it do not break up. There will be a better relationship with other people.
Okay. So when you separate, this one tries to go their own way. We also call generate other relationships.
Girlfriend break up, but it's other relationships that are working.
But that was a two no more break it off.
Two don't pass away relationship again.
And to break up.
They won't pay. You see them struggling. Say my relationship is breaking up.
But you don't know what is happening.
But you are breaking it yourself.
In terms of say some of the things. Probably people are in certain relationships, you say, I didn't but only near why near the other party, I ma or more draw a partner, and only the wakana, the why the person tells him or her that there is something wrong with the relationship. What are some of the things I able to me? And even though we are looking at the general aspects, no, me say you can't start boy girlfriend side in Kakra because I have a lot of people who are watching. They want to listen to that part.
I wish somebody can give us a scenario of the boy girl one.
Oh,
because the boy girl one, it's still the same communication and the third person coming in. These are the only two things that can break the relationship. It's a third person coming in who is interested in one and will find ways of making sure that person communicates better with him or her than the one that they are in. I want to make it simple.
Okay.
I want to make it very simple.
Okay.
The main thing is communication. Sometimes mistakes need to be in say like I said earlier. Once you find yourself there, open up.
Okay.
Tell the other person, this is me. Okay, I say. But there's something about you that I can't put my hands on. And we are sure. Now we want to go together.
So you should tell me about it.
So tell me about yourself. Let me tell you about myself. And
This particular statement are we making is bringing me to another question now. Once some people get into relationships and they feel that because they want to be open, because they want to communicate more, or maybe can't show more partners the things that they have gone through in the past. Some of the things that you can't say might also bring problems in the current relationship, but they feel I need to be open. In that instance, what do you advise? Is it right to say because yes, communication, I'm opening up until you have to say everything, including if it's
you're born common American man. Okay. Into information in bank account because you want to grow me, you want to understand me, you want to know near my mama bufu, near my move. Into the only salvation of bufu, and so for one hour bank kakakra. Because at the end of the day, I will know. So what about kakakra? Okay. Let me be sad. Then near my name bufu. Near my benema, I make kaya bayo yao. Near my benema weniji. So, into energy brain. And now, baby, baby. I can say, I say more. It's we are some of them. When you say, catch a crowd, will be fool me. Because me or brush us, it's only because of the feelings in the 19. Be a name of about what your baby, about how. Mr. So, me drew, one woman drew, said the castle. But what's your fatcher? Well, with time, and then I say, the relationship will go with time. But in your face, the initial, I mean, no more commander in a knife and son of my and I number of margarine. Won't hear me do. Miss I said, I reckon all Brahmin and Brahmin, and I said, who didn't know.
Or can in Temna if you know.
No Brahmin. Oh, pre-prime, what there's a kind of warming. If you finish and I'm not able to recover, what have you done?
That means some people do get to that stage now, they are not able to recover based on Yamaya fashion. And I'm sure that is
and
what
then it can be used against you. It's Mancas FSC, but also don't volunteer information. Rebecca. Now, Obetu I say, oh, this is the situation, and then life goes on.
And call for BS and this and the messages been a tablet for him. If I say me, Baba Kudiana, yes, for BBC, I say, is it good to control significant others in relationships? I don't know the kind of controller. I don't know the kind of control.
I will look at it in the same discussions that we are doing. Say, minim, the way you are supposed to live, the way you are supposed to behave, monsieur or baby. Okay. Maybe that is the way my mother and my father's relationship. This is what I saw. Say, me mama no okay be and my father doesn't say anything. So I also go into a relationship and I want to do the same. Maybe from where you stand, papa, mama no can be your father doesn't say anything. But maybe they discuss before they come out. In certain homes, the man is the managing director and the area manager. Until when we go to the home, it is the manager who does the day-to-day affairs and report to the managing director. It is a woman. The man is the manager and the lady is the managing director. So you can't look at somebody's own and use it. And one major mistake is that one. Into what can control, that's what person can say, oh, it be a mere weakling. So I am the one in charge. There are certain men like that. One way we are so the tables, no, you didn't have him, none kind of good. There are certain men that when they blow their horn, will blow their horn, pipi. Mufadi nyina obi egeti ni wie na papa pack car na papa pa na mufadi na scatter why have to be scatter ntino now to kitchen now we change.
You're waiting for the managing director.
There are certain people when the horn blows everybody comes so you control no can let me say ajumboni abanti there is not communicating. Yes.
Another question will be say how good is it to keep secrets from your loved one in a relationship?
And I kind of secret in any way. It is a secret that okache me raw. Be breaking it down. Okay. You have to say it. You have to find a way of saying it. Then it goes easier for the person to understand you and maybe have sympathy for you and help you. Maybe it's still worrying you, so it will help you overcome it. But one kind of the right place. It's the same in our other relationship.
Let's just say, even in communicating, you should look at the timing.
The timing, the moods.
Okay.
And already cancel, so I say, who share the demeanor of the other person. Who starting out here now and go just.
So that means you should
keep
or calm it down kakra.
No con we you know tin one say no ebisa say no can say
no be more.
Na kakra kan. Na wa hwe no sa na o peso tie na ba. On peso tie na wa twa.
Now releasing the kakra.
O say o peso correct o hene a. O say nana erebo man. Say nana is smart abakazi oh hear me mumra ni nka ho asem but say nana na wada abakazi nana erebo man o say who are you
Ebe you wey dikra
no so nana man kan we me say nana erebo man ho modern
o show bibi
it's a invino kwa invina so kasa no an kasa yi ana wan kan ntem so a ebi ana obi antiasi in a communication, what can no so no bisa question.
Okay.
Now,
to answer your question, you shouldn't keep secrets, but you should take it out.
Use it at the right time.
The other at the right time, looking at the demeanor, no,
the atmosphere where you are.
Okay. And officer, another question. I say, what will be the end result of not taking differences in core values in relationships?
What will be the end result of not taking differences in core values in relationships? When he's talking about core values, he's talking about I hope he's talking about where maybe I grew up.
Okay.
We have certain values.
Okay.
You're sorry I am matching. You're the compound house. You're sorry I am matching. There were time I would you bathroom. There were time I would be I come from where you get up at 5 a.m. to pray. Somewhere they pray at 12 midnight. Somewhere even toothpaste. As you say, woman. Okay. Obi the neta out to zoom and some of the obi so the paper not dry. You get it. Even to soap dry. So when you go there, their soap is always dry. Obi so the sunu sa abakona I chaka. Do one more come pacho. Assembly of can be a come pacho. You grab him Zenia, Titina, you grab him papa, now be a pacho see. Now saying so okay, then one somebody grew up from a home where everything that is given to you, you say thank you. I'm frankly what the thank you na shenuma na please na shenuma. Or the my opening as one cause thank you over catch you. Okay, so what do you see? Now I hear anywhere so values no is my values. It is your values. Once we want to work together let's set our values.
Okay.
And our values is not classroom wherever time you church or values, you know. Now me baby, now me feel like I can't say so I didn't care and say be oh now then I'm penny say a Georgia. Me and I am value. I had be very fee. So you realize that our children also, if the relationship end up in a marriage and children come in, they are also coming up with certain values.
The child is also coming with certain values.
It's from the two people's values. You know, the children are growing up with a certain value.
Okay.
And they also go and have a relation with somebody who has a different value. So values, you know, they obeying to find a day and masses are ebini obi orma on me that soon because if you dey be can yes so wako wara we for be o hwe ni the meter enti ono so odum kan ya it is a value.
Yeah.
You need to come to compromise. I need to tell you why I can't sleep in the dark, because I had nightmares and things when I was young. I also need to tell you that it is still be honest. But you say I worry. Okay, in your nightmare, me down channel assume. And I answer your home crying and find that I not me be a mechi me share me meti me to me handle. Then if we do it once, twice, and still it's not working, then I have to go and find money to do the lights. If it works out, we've got a different value.
It is still talking about values. Another person, if it's a question, I say, is it good to give up on your values?
It's the same thing. Why holding on to that value? If it is hurting the other person, then it means you are not ready for a relationship.
So in a relationship, it's so cool to give up on your values.
And discuss it. If your value is better for the two of us, why not? Until I go back to the communication.
And my next question. Mistakes we've discussed a lot. My question is, are some mistakes forgivable? In a relationship, mistake biaba. Are there mistakes that always make us away dear into me find chowder? Because I say BBKC. And now no matter what happens after the mistake has been done, it's still forgivable.
If you can't forgive, how can you move on? Because we have a long way to go. So you cannot forgive me. And any day. I say no. I say so now I say. And yet I say. I say I need to make it. Now I did not say it out. Now say we say you will not forgive each other. Then you better part ways. Because I'm there, you always see me, you always remember. If you keep on not forgiving, the interesting thing is, it's not the one who offended you who suffer.
One I will suffer.
Yes. The offended one is on kind or suffer. Instead, we feel no can. No way. Instead, when I offended now. So, if you want to see Bibia, friend, na Bibiam Nesugunusu, can you pick a chair and say, now you want you need, and then get it out of you.
Okay. Are there certain ways that if there are mistakes in relationships, we can solve them? We've talked about communication a lot. Is there another way? Communication, of course, if you be a bit to me, I can say open up and talk to the person. Is there any other way somebody can use to solve a problem in that relationship?
That's where we started. Then the third person has to come in.
So now
the third person, you know, yeah, positive and
negative. Okay.
A third person has to come in.
Okay.
And no, because soon now be say, this is what I have done and it's causing trouble. Then the person can come in and say, it is a normal thing that happens in life. Now, our example should be no I could do so ABC say. And when they trashed it out, they were able to move on. So everyone decided then you need counseling.
And so the counselor will be the third
person. It can be yourself, it can be a friend, it can be a trusted friend, not friend that well whose opportunity about. When you share cash in this and I won't pay kakra you there or I won't pay there. And the man won't pay for.
Okay, so in solving such mistakes, we have to communicate, and then, if necessary, a third person has to come in. Okay?
Or listen to programs like this.
Sure.
It's still a third person.
Yes, it's still a third person. But your person will call back to one of the things one of the girls said. Once I can say relationship, we are looking at the general. But again, some people are also interested in looking at that other side of it. And there are moments I had a lot of relationships going sour because a big car about ex and all that. Some people are thinking it's not bad. Others too are thinking that it's a mistake that you make in a relationship if you talk about your ex. Is it necessary for both partners to be talking about their ex while in a relationship?
When you talk about the ex, are you talking about the ex to spike me, or you are talking about it to encourage the relationship? If every day maybe I'll be kind and say, oh ex no,
oh NC,
and we ex and say and now they won't hear papa cry and brother me see.
Phone lines. And I say, I'm going for the joining. We'll come back to this. Very interesting. Please, you can join us in the discussion by calling 0207566 185 0207566 Nya opese ochebia na ode akaho amai ana 054 329 1074 054 329 1074. Wait to me affair and any of these lines for sure your beji also. Daddy Pacho we are can who him.
And I can also work so can't. They be now the susu now they compare. And now they even positive cry.
Please hold on. Hello. Hello. Oh, sorry. Pacho sound fair. Why? Daddy Pacho is
We are 42 cry. And
hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. No, Pacho didn't baby our Fefi.
Pacho family you could drive your Simon.
Okay, Pacho yet you.
I'm Pacho say yeah. So when you are to not say Pakachen, hello?
Pacho yet you.
Pacho me kaza.
Me Pacho yet you pa.
Me Pacho say yeah, no pa. Thank you. Thank you, now over to the eye book now. We like for coming as a into what should you do?
When you're bad to nan to qua SCA, what should you do? Hello? Oh.
Say, in the car bar. In the car, they say we've been a coffee bar. And you won't come as a namo.
Solve it. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening. Oh. But I'm not sure lines name my Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho didn't baby our Fefi.
You did it great.
Pacho free. Oh. Pacho sound free. Pacho mo fra. Munlo amu TV volume ne kakra. Enya sa I my feedback. Na je ne call off. Hello? Hello? Okay.
Hey, make us a positive cry. And now we be kakra. Oh. Sanka, my son Messina, Anka was say, dear mammy.
Hello, yes, good evening.
Hello, good evening. No, Pacho didn't baby our Fefi. Okay.
Let me say, when you about now, what they think what should you do?
Okay.
That's why they watch taking the temper.
I'm saying why man the temporize bisa na ni bufu
And what can
The
be
only reason I say, over to only do to not can be here now, what can be here.
and what can be actually.
and I
December, yeah, money, what should you do?
And what can be actually no.
But I'm not getting that.
And also can be actually.
and just what should you do? You just sit and talk, right?
The only one can was now on pacho. Obia why boni obia pacho obia kakaka grant obia pacho kakaka.
Then
one in here koyeni. Na yesua bibi wo mu say next time say bibi ba. No so meto me boasi na so ato boasi.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, hello, good evening.
Yeah, if I come in for a program as well.
Yeah, pacho ye ti o wudi ni baby a ofefi.
Or running great.
Pacho ofefi. Okay, me pacho ye ti o.
Ti.
If I saw if I saw me, I think that
Okay. If pacho lower TV volume no kakra ma ye why?
okay.
Lower TV volume no ma ye ni ending komo.
Yo. Master says.
If pacho mo fra, mon lower mo TV volume no. Hello.
Hello, Auntie Helen.
Hello.
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 Hello, good evening.
That is pacho into us.
Yo.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, why are there man papa? Baby I'm feeling and then baby I'm coming feeling now the person get fed up. So it's not only the negative, but even the positive. I don't know one that be able to move in.
Pacho, hold on. Hello. 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 Hey, then let us some. Pacho, mo show me lines. Ne mami why? Pacho be great. Pacho, you
enter. Talking about your past.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Lama.
Hello. Oh.
But like we said,
so you can say
don't bring that person as the subject every day.
Okay.
Because we pank out now.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho, didn't baby our Fefi?
Pacho, you can't be Tina.
Pacho has a free. Okay, Pacho, yet you.
Pacho, the question is, don't understand how now, then when you said, will you want to get your account secret structure? Now, them have a so secret, no. Anytime you're on anything, and I know you should start my game to back, then I'll be.
Okay. If I try my dance, I try to question. Okay. It's in this case, I'll say over ending. Now we're talking about some secrets here.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to talk about them gradually. Now we're say, oh, you're using it against me.
It's the same communication.
Hold on, we have to answer this one. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, no. Pacho, didn't baby our Fefi?
Yes, friend, Anita.
Annie, baby.
Yes, darling.
We run away, friend, leaving you. Run away.
Oh,
run away.
Masha,
and then may you win in Napi. Masha,
Pacho.
Pacho, yet you. Annie, Pacho, yet you.
Oh, me, go a basso. Say, Ejuma pie and shafts, you know. You go to cream. I bet sister don't shoot. I think it's a good discussion, and because a lot of relationships are failing, and for marriage, we don't want to talk about it because of these petty mistakes we are doing. It's me go a basso. Say, you go to church, then I avoid mistakes. then I enjoy a relationship and a marriage. In fact, Ocean one, my family, Antiphostis, sister for all our sponsors, in Rabam, Yadabasipa.
Yes, that's your feel into the Bena Beba. We
don't have a current chum.
But your feel into the end of Rawai, Kuro, the American Casano. Yeah, that's it. Daddy Pacho, answer. Oh, so hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, no. Pacho, didn't you be our faith?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel.
Calling from?
Calling from Accra.
Okay, Ima, it's you.
Yeah, I want to find out if you met your wife and your mother-in-law insulting you. And at the point your mother-in-law said,
hello, Ima.
No. What would be the answer? Your reaction.
Hello, Ima.
Yes, ma'am.
Please call back. The line is not so clear. Okay.
Rana said it's the same principle I fear. Now, one man information, and the other person is not taking the information very well. If there's also something as you no to me catch and say, Mama information. It's an person know it to an among being, I've said something about myself because I don't like it and I don't want you to find it somewhere. That's why I told you. Now you are using it against me. What do you want me to do? You know, there should be a discussion on it. Say, you are hurting me. Every day it's not some catch-up.
But what do some people what do they want to gain? Some secrets. This is why some people are also keeping some secrets away, which is also hurting the relationship. It's another mistake because I can't say you release it. But to be so, I said Nikesi, my culture, you're using this again. What do those people aim to achieve? What do they want to achieve?
We don't want to know what the person wants to achieve or not. We are talking about the two people having a relationship. Into my culture now, the real me. Into yourself, also, as I say, you are very proud. So me proud. I gave you the chance, and you have done it to me once, twice, 3 times on the same issue. Okay. What do you need from me that I can do for you to forgive me? If he says I cannot forgive you, then the third person has to come in to help the forgiveness. Otherwise, after sitting down again, now say, when I make a show, but what you are doing is also hurting me. That's a who perceive to an amount. You should be able to also not hurting me every day. How are we going to go together and you want to hurt me every day?
It's in an instance where a third party has come in, Yakasa still the person keeps doing that. What will be your
in the relationship? I do another day.
So we are not going there.
We are not going there. It should be able to work. If we all want to move together, that's why I'm saying I'm quoting only one. We work together because we agree. Now we are working together. Something is bothering my mind of past, and I've shared it with you, and it's still now it's turned into your issue, and you are not satisfied, and you are bringing it back to me. Something I wanted to forget, something I wanted to talk about and forget. You keep on reminding me.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho, didn't maybe our faith.
Pacho program in here.
Me Pacho Anne.
Pacho Papa no.
Me Pacho ye ti o lo wa TV volume no kakra wai. Asem we ya kasa anza me hu how me say kanu.
I don't know a relationship. Nti na kasi yen kakraka. Me translate. I no boy girl relationship na. You feel say one dey so say say solve no fa. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And no crap necessary communication here more. Now, why get me? I am here. My car will say reply me. But we are going together. Until I also find a way not to hurt me. There are some people who catch on. On us back up baby, I don't know how to catch on.
1 minute. Hello. Hello. Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Yeah, Pacho, didn't baby our faith.
Pacho, me doing the Kwabaname Cafe for coffee.
Okay, Pacho, yet you.
The Pacho did you more the family on the counselor now, so a counselor because we are minimum number now, maybe making the number.
Pacho, you show na ye bedroom number team producers, Pacho Monchon and number to my area, be find a number na your friend back. Not only need them come. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Daddy Pacho answers.
Yo, Eti, once we are moving together, and there will be two be nice. And there will be head to be. That's how they obi ya or born and that's also win them. Then one out of the quiet. It means we are not ready to move together. Now, obi also is a clock on the cry and come out to them. Obi on what's here and one say, what can't you do so that's tea? Now I react to it. And that's where you are. Sometimes we need to give space for the other partner to react to it. Honestly, and then give the person time to heal. Then we move on. But what catching and I'll say, okay, and also what implications.
Okay. Matisa and Kofo send messages for Facebook into producers, but you won't send them and I mean to me, and can you a question be money to me and beside the answer? Instead, my final question to you. How can we make your relationships to flourish and avoid maybe mistakes and breakups and all that? Maybe one or two things we can do to help our relationships to go well.
We should concentrate on our relationship and stop looking at the partner from a different angle. Two people.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Pacho, ma on this kakra my why.
Good evening.
Good evening. No, Pacho didn't baby our faith.
Pacho, me prefer la body.
Pacho, ma on this kakra.
Pacho, me prefer la body. Me the mark.
Okay, Mark. Pacho, yet you.
Pacho, the say we are many castle and many and castle. Number.
Okay, Pacho, also you have your number and we'll call you after the show.
Pacho, say.
You bet your number, you bet your number too until after the show, you bet your why. Okay, yeah, that's it. Pacho, your message is number from Facebook, so let's go through that quickly. Rosie Apia, I'll say, please, I want to ask you, can I kiss my bestie? If yes, why? If no, why? And then she also says, please, after the show, can you type the reason for me here? She wants an answer to her question. Another says, I love you, Uncle Sam. That is Nana Yausa.
Thanks for friend Uncle Sam, just only me.
Yeah. No, I would like to know how to handle.
Okay.
I say, I would like to know how to handle anger issues when it comes to relationships.
Okay.
Please, a minute. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening, no. But you didn't baby our Fifi.
But your friend is not has. I got see a car.
Okay, Docky. Let's hear you. But you yet you.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Doctors. But you yet you.
Okay, I don't want to start program a very educated.
Thank you.
And then
okay, thank you.
Maybe say about long distance relationships.
Okay.
Like some of the mistakes, you know that the person is not close to you. See, how will you do to keep the relationship going? So I shall wait to the question answer. Okay, so I'll be expecting the answer.
Thank you. Pacho you. Please, did you get the question?
I get the question. So like I was saying earlier before, that's why I'll answer this one. Two people. So concentrate on how I can let you know me and how I want to know you. And let's concentrate on that and move on. Instead of judging say obi nim ye esen wo. Enti yesen ye obi be ye. Let's grow ourselves. If we don't grow ourselves now, somebody wants to grow the other person more than the person and having a different mindset on you it's very difficult. Now, long distance relationship is one of the most difficult things that you can think about. Because you can be talking to somebody. So if I couldn't jina when him nasa on the kasa, what man say now can a year now saying it. But if it's a long distance relationship, it's difficult when you are solving sensitive issues. But in the same way, communicate more.
Okay.
If it's a long distance relationship, communicate more. Get to know the other person's programs.
Okay.
Especially say abrochia, your timings here different. They say to me who time are able to me I communicate very well. And who timings na abrochia so you must say it you friend no say my busy so long distance relationship is difficult. But it's more of communicating more, knowing when to communicate, what to communicate. Na so be I do say be a Sunday will say na John Albert sorry na abon come say then what to me a program on now no nipa kono I communicate more. Without communication a joke.
And even when there are certain issues in the relationship now we back on it. Let's not even take outside but still in Ghana and it's still long distance. If you are crying or bossy or something. If there are issues in there still is it just
there shouldn't be an issue because there's a relationship. There should be an issue because that's in Biaba.
Yeah.
If you are in Ghana, not same be bar, but more than enough time, now go to the other person and go and discuss it.
Okay.
Don't use the phone.
Okay.
I think phone and text messages can honor any relationship and content. I say, because now say, "Baby, be on you cry, na papa." First time phone, I didn't know. Over you cry, and you remember share of you, no be a you know cry and we discuss it. And yeah, a little bit careful in quickly replying to maybe I want when in June. And yeah, careful. And those are one of the things. Yeah, trust the person a little bit. Say, I have a little bit of doubt. Let me cross check. Than to immediately you hear, believe, and start firing.
Okay.
Then in our modern setup, that's all we should check.
But your time is so, but I want us to answer Facebook for answer more.
But I'm not saying I don't count relationship.
But probably if you could say it like in brief.
I don't count relationship. There can't relationship in terms of mistakes in the relationship. Yes.
Okay.
Until you know what you have one answer.
Have we finished talking about how to flourish?
How to flourish in a relationship in a manner,
Communication.
And incommable. And don't rush to judge. Don't rush to judge. Doubt kakra and find a way in a nice way to get the truth. And when you get the truth, by the back of your mind, I still want to move on. So look for solutions instead of looking for a way of bringing the other person down. That's what be a nearby man and say, yes, you're be. Yes, coming in the out. But maybe I mean, even knows I'm going to give the lady bitter words. What's my name? Be where could do no, Kai said no. I've been insulted until I sign it. So I command bitter words. In a relationship, you don't give bitter words. Let our words be more of encouraging. Let's encourage ourselves so that we can go further. But if we start giving ourselves bitter words, I'm here bitter
words. I'm imagining how he cooked the bitter.
Oh, he was say, I'm going to give him bitter words.
Wow. You consider you concoct bitter words and go and give it to him. That's wonderful.
Also, he has been insulted, but he's going to give her bitter words. Which means, oh, can't be a man who on us all quiet and I'm a can. On us all can't be a man 3 days to cry.
It's serious. Okay, so your time was so, but major question be and that will be our last. Is it a mistake to have sex in relationships?
The relationship is a big worry.
Okay, it's the relationship where it hasn't gotten to marriage, but boyfriend, girlfriend. That
if it's not gone into marriage and you're talking about sex, okay, there were any implications. It never be brave to me, but I don't think that to make us more past. And how do I tell? So a normal relationship, and go a problem with the past to tell. And sex have its own implications. Utmost child. So I didn't even baby I call it. And that's how we fly about end. I will need diseases. I will need, you know, in my relationship, you know, a certain level. And that is where if the relationship doesn't go on well, you feel bad. That's why did I open up to the other person who was not ready to open up to me. It's a very dicey.
Because in this day and age, most relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, yeah, you can now sex is the order of the day.
But then I can't fear a crowd because when the back I gauge say it could be the sugar in my cocoa. So he or she didn't come in for a relationship. They came in for sex. So in second, no way. So it's not a relationship. It is a neighbor. I have you have something that I wanted.
Okay.
Okay. So what time I give it to my casa. Normally, your friend relationship, but that's not the way it is. You have something and I want it. Okay. And I will get it by all means. So I'll come and behave like I like you. Let's go on a journey. You do concern me book on and that happened a lot of times. So you have to be very careful whether the person is a relationship, then you can have small mistakes and resolve it. And now okay,
that is a final word. Like with all that we have talked about now, in summary, what would be the information out there to everybody?
In summary, like we are ending, don't go into a relationship with your mind set. Go to a relationship because you want to know the person, you want the person to know you so that you can move further. Don't go because you are looking for something. Now it's money, it is sex, it is fame. I want to be seen with you. Okay. There be a TV soon. One day you are doing TV soon. So you might think it's a relationship. The person too.
It's for something else.
Yes. So once you become selfish in a relationship, it never moves on. So let us work on our relationship. But when it's we understand ourselves. So when we are worried for a long time. Now I say we've been on a girlfriend, why is we been on the bar, we've been on the effort. They worked on it. It's not something that you wake up one day and
it just happens.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome.
Ibiama, God bless you so much. If you want to number, but you bet your number is
in now, answer now.
It's we measure our numbers, my friend, so that we know the next step. It seems on person we know can further things. Apart from the aircon. It's that in your main shall be great. Kuro time you think by this time we should feel cry now. Oh yeah, but ya chinwa ba studio sir. Your main shall be great. God bless you so much. I hope say another time you feel on swap. Over around na. Only a beche knowledge.
The best na kuro calling I can rejoice ourselves.
Amen. Ebusian for aha na ye di dwumedi ne besi ye da mo asepa mo frɛ ye mo join ye wo Facebook mo send ye messages na ye da mo ase say mo kan ye ho e ma ye discussions mo friends so you ntumi ne mo ankasa na ye lines ni ntimo fan che. We are hoping say next time mo fry to be in a better shape na you to me edi nkomo papa ye da mo ase. Want to thank our crew members and your mo anka mfidie ye a ye di sisi he ye a ye di twa mfunini nyina anka Enko Square. Omo Mushe Josephine, Mamiesi, Kweku, Captain Muna. We say a very big thank you to all of you. Nyamin Shambibi. So I'm saying say that ya boa for ase. Gem Beauty Care, Adaroma, ye face me. I edit here as usual. On one at the ebe domase because they make us look beautiful every Tuesday. Inti uhiamo for any occasion and any event, you can call them on 020-779-2101. 020-779-2101. Sasuna Fortune Jesus and them Mr. Diama one no so bolonisa. Aka last one before we here now are finishing in Fortune Jesus Adaroma. You can call Auntie Fosti on 0244 508818 0244 508818. Also on Rubber every week we are try a simple and very nice styles. Now they are better now show us so here more for any attire and any clothing for events. You can call them on 020 9930 020-993-0465. Yadamuni na ase. Medin chiake sepa Emma Anita, runaway lady, and then you are friend will be sayase. Yamin shall be and we'll be hoping that after Koro and you will join us at the studios very soon. So also na share Emma Doro. Maybe I will be want to say a hello to you. Mr. and Mrs. Annan, God bless you always for doing the watching. So also now make Mr. and Mrs. Kabutey and Mr. and Mrs. Brown so Omowo La Paz, Accra. Yamin Shamuna for always supporting us on the She Show. Next week, Yami Adoma will be right here, 6:30 sharp. Niesiha. Very interesting topics I have been discussing. So you shouldn't change your dial. Tuesday, 6:30. Next week, Yami Adoma. Yebishia. Bye bye.